wanted to get into championship odds for a second. And this segment is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. So I want to look at how these odds have shifted, because to me, the Celtics and the Bucks were already tier 1 championship contenders. Tier 1. I had them along with the Lakers, the Suns, and the Nuggets as my 5 teams that I felt had the best chance going into this season to win a championship. And there's a number of other teams that are in that tier 2. I probably put the Warriors right outside tier 1. But those 5 teams, to me, I think are built the best for a championship as of right now. Interestingly enough, the next 3 teams with the highest odds on DraftKings Sportsbook: Denver Nuggets plus 500, Phoenix Suns plus 600, LA Lakers plus 1,200. Next team after that, Golden State Warriors plus 1,300. So the DraftKings Sportsbook tends to agree with me, or maybe it's the other way around. I'm not sure. And then, of course, you add these 2 amazing players, Damian Lillard, one of the greatest players of all time, going to the Bucks to pair with Giannis. Incredibly excited about the pick and roll with Giannis. I don't think Giannis has ever had a pick and roll partner like Damian Lillard. And of course, I don't think Damian Lillard has had a pick and roll partner like Giannis. Dame's ability to stretch the defense, bringing the bigs higher, bringing the pickup point higher. What is that going to do? That's going to create more space for Giannis in any sort of role scenario. And we all know Giannis is a willing passer, great playmaker. To me, this trade, it benefits Dame, it benefits Giannis. Giannis will be even more efficient than he's been by playing with Damian Lillard. So their offense is going to have a number of options. You can run an inverted pick and roll, Dame screening for Giannis, which they've done in the past. I don't think anybody as good as Dame has screened for Giannis yet in his career. That's how good Dame is. And then on the Celtics side, was really high on them post Porzingis trade. They essentially traded Marcus Smart for Drew Holiday and added Porzingis. I mean, that's one way to look at it, right? When you think about how they've played over the last 2 seasons, when they've made these deep playoff runs, of course, the finals in 2022 and Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals this year, their lineup optionality is really interesting to me. Really interesting. They can play small. They can play big. Joe talks about that during our interview, playing those 2 bigs together. Another thing he talks about is sort of the shot variance and shot selection maybe looking a little different than it did last year as he looks to exploit some switching matchups and getting Porzingis, getting Tatum, getting Brown, more post-up opportunities. So for both these teams, just really, really high. And the Blazers, I think, got a great return. But the Bucks and the Celtics are the beneficiary of this, of course. When the odds open on DraftKings Sportsbook, the Celtics opened at plus 500. The Bucks opened at plus 650. Following the Lillard trade, the Celtics stayed at plus 500. The Bucks moved to plus 390. They were the favorites. And as of right now, following the Drew trade, these are the 2 co-favorites to win the NBA championship, both at plus 400 on DraftKings Sportsbook. Equal odds as well, plus 180 to win the Eastern Conference Final. I think the real loser in this trade, the real losers, I should say, in this trade, are the Miami Heat, of course, who didn't get Damian Lillard, and the Philadelphia 76ers. So the Portland Trailblazers executed 2 trades where 2 of the teams that were contending for the Eastern Conference last year, they lost out, right? There wasn't a 3-team trade, as I suggested last week, where Drew ends up in Philly with Maxey and James goes to the Clippers and, picks and players gets rerouted to Portland. That didn't happen. The Bucks and the Celtics got better, and it just got reported that James Harden might miss media day. So to me, the Heat and the Sixers are the real losers in this trade. I don't see a scenario outside of health and injuries where the Celtics and the Bucks aren't the 2 best teams in the Eastern Conference this year. That's how good these 2 teams look on paper. I'm not saying the players and the teams are losers. I'm saying they've lost in this scenario. Okay? There's a big difference. They're not losers. Joel Embiid is not a loser. Okay. Jimmy Butler's not a loser. I'm not saying that. I want to be clear. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code JJ to sign up. New customers can bet just $5 and take home $200 instantly in bonus bets. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code JJ. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.1800gambler.net. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas. Licensee partner Golden Nugget, Lake Charles, Louisiana. 21 and over, age varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. See sportsbook.draftkings.com/basketball for eligibility terms and responsible gaming resources. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. Eligibility and deposit restrictions apply.